When you register on the self-service platform and want to create a new project, you start on the New Project Welcome page. Here you need to describe the idea behind your project or what you want to test. At this step, you provide information about your project. You can simply write something like, "I want to collect a data set," or provide more detailed guidelines and information about the project. If you already have documentation prepared, you can upload or paste it here. If not, you can simply describe what you want to collect or label. In our example, we want to collect a dataset of diverse selfie images. We already prepared a document describing this project, so we paste it here and click Continue. On the right side, you can see the Toloka AI assistant, which acts as a self-service agent that helps you build the project. Based on the information we provided, the assistant automatically begins generating the project setup. The first thing it creates is the project description. It drafts the description using the information you entered. Here you can see the project type. For example, data collection means that only one person will complete only one task, and general means that multiple people can complete multiple tasks. We also see the project name and the drafted description. At this stage, you simply review the description to check whether it matches your expectations for the project and the dataset you want to collect. If everything looks correct, you click Accept. If something needs to be changed, you can send a message to the assistant and request adjustments. Next, the system asks you to create dataset items for the data collection task. Since we don't yet have a dataset and want to gather one, we simply click Continue. On the right side, you can see the agent processing the request. It checks the current project status, analyzes the project type, and prepares the dataset structure. In our project description, we specified that we want to collect 100 selfie images. Each task corresponds to one unique selfie, so the dataset structure is quite simple. Because we don't yet have any input data, we ask the agent to generate a dataset template that will later be filled with selfie images. We review the generated dataset and click Accept. The next step is defining the data point structure. Here we decide what experts will see and what data they will provide. Experts receive information from the dataset as input and provide results as output. Input is taking from the dataset. Your project doesn't have to be limited to data collection. It can involve any scenario or case you can imagine. In other types of projects, experts might evaluate or annotate existing data. In our case, we are collecting new data, selfie images along with attributes such as lighting conditions and face visibility. The assistant proposes a data point structure that includes the expected outputs. If you want to modify it, you can ask the assistant to adjust it. For example, we can request that the camera angle field be removed from the structure. The assistant updates the configuration accordingly. Once we're satisfied with the structure, we move to the quality requirements step. Quality requirements are one of the most important parts of the project because they define what a valid result looks like. These requirements are used by the LLM-QA agent, which automatically verifies the outputs submitted by experts. For example, the selfie image must satisfy conditions such as face clarity, proper framing, and single subject. Each requirement includes rules defining what counts as a pass or a fail. You can review each requirement and its rules, and you can see what is considered as pass and as fail condition. If something needs to be changed, you can ask the assistant to modify them. If everything looks correct, you click Accept and Continue. Next, we configure the expert user interface. Experts interact with your tasks through a UI rather than raw data formats like JSON or CSV. We need to provide the experts with a proper front-end design that is both intuitive and easy to use. The system automatically generates this interface using the TBX builder, also called the UI builder. It builds the interface based on your project description, dataset structure, and quality requirements. After about 30 seconds to a minute, the UI is ready. You can review it and request adjustments if needed. In our example, we accept the generated interface. The next step is Expert Guidelines. Experts will first see the guidelines and then the interface. The assistant automatically drafts these instructions based on the project configuration and quality criteria. You should review them to ensure everything is accurate. If needed, you can request changes. Otherwise, you click Accept. Now we move to the self-check stage. In this stage, you act as an expert and complete a few tasks yourself. This allows you to verify that the UI works correctly and that the LLM agent properly checks results against your quality requirements. If something doesn't work as expected, you can tell that to the agent, return to the configuration stage, and adjust the settings. The self-check process usually takes 1 or 2 minutes. Once deployed, you can upload a selfie, tag it, fill in the required fields, and submit the task. The LLM agent will review the submission, and after a few minutes you will see whether it passes the quality checks. Review the LLM results to determine their quality. You can return to the configuration stage to make adjustments, or if the results are satisfactory, proceed to the contract stage. At this stage, you identify the people you wish to recruit for the specific task you are currently designing. The self-service agent analyzes your task and requirements to determine the number of people and the specific expertise needed. For our selfie collection example, the system suggests a large pool of general contributors who can complete the tasks using their smartphones. If needed, you can select only verified experts and filter workers by specialization. For example, you might want to collect medical-related selfies or engage cybersecurity analysts if your task involves cybersecurity. In our case, we accept the default suggestion. Next, we go to Estimated Cost and Deposit. Here you choose how many dataset items you want to launch. Since our dataset contains 100 items, we can launch all of them. You also estimate the time required to complete each task. Experts must complete the task within this specific period. Based on the self-check, we estimate that one task takes about 10 minutes. The platform then calculates a recommended price based on an hourly rate. For example, if the recommended rate is $6 per hour, a 10-minute task would cost approximately $1. You can adjust the price if needed. After reviewing the project settings and cost breakdown, you confirm the agreement stating that the configuration cannot be changed after launch. If everything is correct, you click Launch. The platform deploys the project, which usually takes 1 or 2 minutes. The project is deployed and launched, and 32,000 experts can view and perform tasks. As shown here, there are 100 tasks available. You can either select a task to review the results individually or download all results directly. Each result includes 2 types of quality checks: LLM and User QA. The results display LLM on the left and User QA on the right. LLM automatically evaluates each submission against the quality criteria you defined during the configuration stage. If a requirement is not met, the system asks the contributor to redo the task. Finally, you can view the LLM and User QA results. You will see the annotations, uploaded selfies, and LLM outputs on the left. The User QA section helps you identify edge cases and verify the LLM accuracy. During this stage, you can manually review each item against your predefined quality criteria. If you find issues or special cases, you can use the duplicate and edit option. This creates a new iteration of the project and adjusts the configuration based on the feedback from those edge cases. And that's the complete workflow. The platform can be used not only for data collection, but also for data annotation, evaluation, agent evaluation, or model fine-tuning. You simply describe your project idea, iterate a few times with the assistant, and you can start collecting data within 30 to 60 minutes. You can track task statuses directly in the dashboard. For example, finding expert means the platform is looking for a contributor. In expert work means someone has started the task. Quality check means the LLM agent is reviewing the result. Ready to review means the task has passed automated checks and is waiting for your review. Completed means the task has been fully processed and verified. And that's how you create and launch a project using the self-service platform.